Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you a really cool Faction Assault team you can use for going through Obsidian Depths with the greatest of ease. It really is incredibly straightforward with this team, and you'll be able to do every single level, all the way up to level 500, even in the Delve itself, with no sweat with this team. First of all, for this Faction Assault, if you've not got your Horde level up to level 100 in the actual Delve yet, you can buy yourself a Potion of Enchantment from Tier 1. This is really handy, enchants all allies at the start of battle and only applies to this event, but it does apply to every single battle you do in this event. Now at the end of Tier 4 there is a fantastic weapon you should really try and get if you have the gems. It is Obsidian Libram. Explodes magic +1 gems and then summons an Obsidian Depths troop. Really good, I like it a lot. Fantastic for a mana generation and just an all-round really good weapon. A lot of other weapons are restricted by exploding gems of a certain colour. Things like that. This just explodes gems. And when you get your magic up to a certain level, basically means a board wipe every single time. Alright, now onto the team itself. Mang up the top, Chalcedony in second, Gargoyle in third. The banner for this... No, there's a better one than that. Brown first. Brown and red ideally. That's not bad. We'll click that as a placeholder kind of thing. Oh no, don't want minus yellow. But yeah, that's even better. Hellcrag banner. +2 brown, +1 red, -1 blue is spot on. Geomancer class for this absolutely essential because you want to use all construct troops. All constructs start with 50% mana. And there's another reason regarding Chalcedony why this is good. We'll have Impact, Well-Read, Anti-Magic Sphere, Tactician, you don't need mana source, we start with 50% mana anyway. Rock Solid, gain a barrier when matching brown gems. Arcane Surge, or we can have Enchant, we'll have Enchant. And Fortitude. Now the way this team is going to work is really straightforward. Chalcedony is going to create so much brown it's going to be ridiculous. She deals damage to an enemy. Chuck on any Medals of Noisha you've got. If you've got 3, chuck them all on. You don't need a Medal of Anu for this because we get a 50% start on all our troops. And then you're going to do a lot of damage with her, but then create 3 brown gems boosted by all construct allies. This is going to charge the entire team up, give us tons of mana. And then when we cast Mang, this is going to do a huge amount of damage. Now, as the levels get harder, this actually gets just better and better, because even on those really hard level 500 levels where you've got like 250 attack and on the opposition and 200 armor and things like that, this takes away all that armor and converts it to attack for this troop. And you can have 1,000 attack on the later levels with this team really easily. It's really fun to use. Now, once you've got your attack high, you can do something like cast a Gargoyle that deals splash damage to an enemy boosted by all allies attack. So because we've boosted that first, this means that Gargoyle's attack goes absolutely sky high. At the same time, I'm going to have Zernabog there to conjure a Dust Storm when my turn begins. This is a brown, and we can use it as an emergency mana generator should we need it. If you don't have a Zernabog or just prefer the security, you've had an extra super mana generator and damage dealer, you can swap out a Zernabog for another Chalcedony. That does work really well at the same time. And the reason why I prefer Mang over something like Earth's Fury, especially in a Delve, is yes, Earth's Fury does give attack to all troops, so people see that as an advantage because Mang only does the attack boost to itself, but the amount that Mang gives to itself is way more than what you get from Earth's Fury. And the idea of Delves is you don't die anyway, so you're only going to benefit from these attack boosts really. Obviously you get it from a Gargoyle anyway because of the attack boost, but the actual damage when hitting with skulls you're only going to benefit from with skull damage if you lose a troop, which is not the idea. So, and I've always succeeded with this with Mang, and it's, for me, it's way faster than Earth's Fury. So let's jump into a battle. These early stages are going to be really straightforward, so I'll just show literally a handful of battles. It's not going to be much to it at all. We can go our Chalcedony up. You can go about this a number of ways. You can either kill someone with Mang straight away. You can loop with Chalcedony. You can just kill people outright with Gargoyle. Pick your poison and go for it. It's going to be super straightforward. Let's go here. I'll put the team code in the description. So if you don't want to give the opposition any turns, you can just cast Charles. She is going to loop 9 times out of 10, and you can just do that if you want. Really straightforward. Oh, you got summoned. Where'd he go? It's a super easy team to use. So I'll just finish off this little set, and then I'll jump into Obsidian Depths and show how this works on the actual delve itself on a much higher level. And you'll see it's much the same. It's just pretty much just as easy. That's going to make a 4 match. If you want to boost your attack, you can cast your Mang first. There's no real need to though. Just only charges the team up. Rare failure then. You can cast this then instead if you want to get a load of brown. Let's give Charleston another chance to redeem herself. Let's pick up some bonuses. No brown there, you can collect red or just wait for the enchant to take effect. But we got lucky anyway. Like I say, Gargoyle is ready to go anyway. It's going to deal loads of splash damage. And it's as simple as that. And let's do this last room, and then I'll just whiz through a few fights on a much higher level in the delve itself to show how effective this team still is. In fact, it gets even more effective in a way because the enemy's extra attack and their extra stats actually work against them. Didn't really need to press that. Got rid of them anyway. Charles Donny or Mang would have worked for me. Obviously this is based on your stats. You may have to cast your Charles Donny a couple of times. So what I'm going to do now is a much higher level in Obsidian Depths in the actual delve itself. The idea is exactly the same. We're using exactly the same troops set up in exactly the same way, just against far higher level opponents. Obviously this is not the hardest level you can do these kind of things on, but the idea is going to be absolutely identical and it will still work in exactly the same way. So we've got much higher level opponents, but what you're going to want to do is cast Mang first, take away all the armor from someone, convert it to attack. What you can do is cast a Charles Donny again on that person or creature or thing which you just took away the armor from to kill them off. And it's a bit rare that our Charles Donny didn't get self-charged. But we got Mang up, that's the main thing. We cast Mang again. This time we cast on the bottom opponent, because when you do the splash damage with Gargoyle, you're going to do more damage to the middle troop and then less on the troops either side. So you cast that on them. Now, Gargoyle is boosted by all allies attack, so our boost is 219. Cast on that troop there, that's going to take out the bottom one. And now we're going to do the same trick again, but cast it on the middle troop, because we've weakened the top one and the bottom one, and that is the basic theory to it, and it's very straightforward. Any skull hits you get like that are going to kill them anyway. I'd kill them kind of by accident. Spoiled my plan, but hey-ho. That's what happens when you've got 365 attack. And that's on these lower levels. We'll end up with 1,000 attack without any shadow of a doubt later on. So let's cast Zernabog. Creates so many brown, it is crazy. And the cool thing is, every time you get brown, remember, you get a barrier because of rock solid. So you can actually leave this for the AI. It doesn't actually matter. You can still cast your Mang, take out some of these armor, boost up your attack, knowing that when you get brown again, you get a barrier back. And if you want, you can do this on almost skull damage if you feel like it. If you want to cast Mang again, if you can. If you want to cast Charles Donny and loop, you're better off leaving this kind of thing here, because the more brown there, the more chance she's got of repeat casting. No extra turns there now, so good chance to cast Mang for a second time, take away her armor. Now got 400 attack. Boost now is 230. Plenty of damage. If you want to just loop now, you can. Just keep casting her if you like. See you later. Any skulls are going to be doing 400 odd damage. This does a boost of 230. Charles Donny can finish off, or we can take a skull hit if it comes along. Whatever happens first. And the hero is always safe because you get those barriers non-stop. Super easy team to use. If you don't have a Zernabog, chuck in a second Charles Donny instead. There we go. Always target the top troop normally, especially when they've got armor reduction or skull reduction like this has. Reduce damage from skulls by 50%. Just finishes them off that more quickly. We'll use Charles Donny to loop and finish him off. Let's get a second boost with Mang. They've got no armor, so we chuck it on the one at the bottom. And then when we cast our gargoyle, we will cast it on the troop in the middle. Because splash damage affects the troops either side of them. The boost is 254. Kaboosh. Everybody's dead. Doesn't get much easier than this. Alright, last couple. There we go, Mang's up. I didn't even do anything. Can take that first. We'll avoid that skull damage then. We can cast our Mang. We've hit the top troop by accident with a skull, so we cast that Mang on somebody else so we get the maximum benefit. And let's grab that first. And let's cast Mang again. Let's cast it on Sacrificial Priest, because when we cast our gargoyle, we'll then hit that troop there, so then we do damage to the ones either side and they have a chance of just being killed outright. Gargoyle, boost is 287. And gone. And Charles Donny can mop up. Kaboosh. Repeat turn. Everybody's dying. Finish off the gargoyle. The cool thing about this team as well is this works even if you're a newer player, because the stats on the enemy are really high anyway, and as soon as you cast Mang, you're going to be boosting your attack up really, really high, and that automatically boosts up the power of your gargoyle really high. So it's a great all-round team, pretty much for everyone, providing you have these troops. Let's cast Zernabog. And cast Mang, so we take away that extra turn from the enemy. Cast that on the top troop, because we're going to get a barrier back as soon as we cast that. We can cast Mang again on the bottom troop. If you want to cast Mang again for ultimate satisfaction, you absolutely can. You just need to charge it up first. We'll cast Zernabog. 942 attack. 416 boost. Plus the 71 initial damage. So cast it in the middle. Job done. Charles Donny comes along and finishes off. It's almost the perfect team. And there it is. And claim your rewards. It's as simple as that. A really easy, fun team to use. And you just rinse and repeat. Very nice indeed. Well, there's a video. A really nice team to use that. If you enjoyed it or found it useful, it'd be really cool if you hit that like and subscribe button. And most of all, thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now.